I've just always adored Crail. It's been part of my life for forever. And I'd been coming up here all my life. As a child, my grandparents had a cottage here. My grandfather was a Scot. But we relaunched in 2022. And it was a very deliberate attempt to create something for Crail that, yes, we wanted it to be, I suppose, our vision of a perfect seaside bar, restaurant with rooms. But we also wanted it to be something completely different for Crail. Crail has already a great pub, 2 great pubs, so it needed to be unique. We didn't want to be in competition with anything that was already here. We took great pains to make sure that we had a completely different style of the rooms, of dining, different beers, different food to anything else that was available here, or even in the sort of 10-mile radius, even in St Andrews. We wanted to be unique. Crail is a small community, and it is extraordinary how well it works as a community. It's very cohesive. There's an awful lot going on, and we have a great range of suppliers that we can tap into locally. We get some of our meat from Penman's, the local butchers. We get some of our spirits from Clem, the greengrocer. He has his amazing Crail gin, which is made from local sea plants. We can tap into all of these great local suppliers. It was an opportunity to try and start giving something back. And actually you can get everything you need for a week, a 2-week, even if you want to live here full time, pretty much everything you need from the local shops. So there's been a hostelry on this site of some sort since about 1885. When we heard that the place was up for sale, we also found out that somebody else was potentially looking at it to turn it into holiday flats. That would have been another village asset lost to holiday homes. Crail's always had holiday homes. It's not a black and white case of short-term lets bad, long-term people living here good. And if the oldie Neuk Hotel, as is now the Shoregate, had shut down, that would basically rip a little bit out of this end of the village, and it would be a great shame. So I think people always talk about sustainability, yes, in terms of carbon, water usage and so forth. But another really important aspect of sustainability is how a business in a community can help support that community. So we have 18 employees on our books, half of which live within 2 or 3 miles. And we create a circular economy where the money generated here stays within the community. It gets paid out to wages, it gets paid to local suppliers, it contributes to the upkeep of, well, this local building. And more to the point, if we are successful, if we can bring people in to stay 1 or 2 nights, then they are going to go out exploring in Crail. They're going to be making uses of the local services, buying ice creams, going to our competitors, our other places in the village, and that's great too. So running the Shoregate was never about making the Shoregate by itself a success. It was about ensuring that the Shoregate could be a major contributor to the economy of Crail. But the more that there are businesses like ourselves, like Penman's, like the Golf Hotel indeed, in a small community, the more sustainable that community becomes in itself. But it means that the village itself is self-supporting, which is a fabulous place to live. Yeah, I dearly wish that more people will come and live in Crail. You know, we joke about the dual meaning in Scotland of staying somewhere, as in coming to visit and also living. And you know, you can stay in Crail. You never need to leave if you don't want to. You don't realise what you've got until it's gone. And across the country, there are towns and villages that are having the heart ripped out of them. It is easy to say, oh well, such and such shop doesn't have this. Another shop or business is really expensive. Do you know, it's an extra £1 if I go and buy bread there. If you're buying fruit, vegetables, bread, meat, once every 2 weeks out the back of a van, then that is money that is dissipated from the local economy. Whereas if you're saying, right, okay, yeah, I know cost of living is difficult at the moment, but I can go and get pretty much everything I need from a shop 5 minutes away. I can meet people along the way. I can interact with my local community, I can see old friends, I can scowl at people I don't like. It doesn't really matter. You're still interacting for all of the time and money that is spent trying to build social cohesion in so many different other ways. Such a simple way of doing it is ensuring the long-term viability of local businesses. Through grants to improve the premises, to get more energy efficient, to be able to find local suppliers, reducing red tape when it comes to business rates, when it comes to accountancy, everything. If you want local shops, and more to the point, local shopkeepers, to thrive, then you have to invest the time and money in understanding what the issues they're facing are and helping them to solve them.
I'm flying the flag!
I'm flying the flag!
We're flying the flag for Crail!